Hey everybody, William the Writer here, coming back with another vlog, and it's September 10th. In the early mornings right now, I think about like 8:30, and I'm just about to do some journaling right now. Something I haven't done in a little bit, just because I've been sick ever since last Friday. After SAC anime, which was super fun, had a lot of fun with my friends. This huge heat wave just hit like, California, and it shot up to about 1:15 by Tuesday, and with like a huge wave jump like that, my body doesn't do so well, so I got really sick. Plus, it didn't help. I drank a lot of coffee and was a little bit dehydrated, so I'm just coming off the tail end of this sickness. So if you hear my voice be a little raspy, that's what it is. I feel a lot better. So about to start my morning. Again, get some journaling in, drink some coffee here, and then we're gonna get to it.
Alright, so you see there's just Bulbasaur looking at the camera instead of watching me write pen to paper. Anyways, journaling is one of those habits I need to do much more often. I find it very therapeutic as it clears my mind of any fogginess and negative thoughts. I find it very useful if I write in the morning, just because I really don't like starting off my day with a bad mindset. Usually, when I have a bad mindset, I find myself reacting to things a lot more poorly, especially when the problem that comes about is out of my control. By writing in a journal, it does give me clarity. It's kind of like warming my brain up for the day and just preparing myself for what comes. Uh, when it comes to journaling, I really don't have a set routine anymore. I tried writing down quotes as like a writing prompt to start off my writing. I tried setting a goal of writing 3 pages a day, but after a while, it just became a chore, to be honest. So just to make it simple, I just use a pen and paper and write whatever comes to mind. Some days are short, some days are long, but as long as I'm writing something, I find it a very accomplished journaling session. And for those who are thinking about journaling, my advice is pretty much the same. Just try to make it easier for yourself. Start off small. Make it as easy as possible. Just write a sentence a day or 5 minutes a day in the beginning. Yeah, start off small and then work your way up from there. Habits take time to build, and the easier it is to do, the easier it is to maintain. And then what you write in your journal or notebook is entirely up to you, because this journal and notebook is for your eyes only. I can't stress that enough. Your journal or notebook is for your eyes only. You don't have to share them with anyone if you really don't want to. Like I said before, I use journaling to clear up my mind. Any decision or thoughts that have been nagging me, any emotions that I have been feeling, I put it all on paper. I use this opportunity just to let everything out. It's like what Anne Frank says, the paper is more patient than the man. It's definitely true. The paper is not gonna judge you for what you write. Now I gotta admit, I barely journal at night, which I should be doing more often. But when I do journal at night, I use that time to reflect on my day. I write down what good happened in a day, and what bad happened to the day, and what can I learn from what what happened during that day. How can I react to that bad customer that called me during my job, or someone that cut me off? Because for me, journaling is a way for me to be a better overall person, not how to be a better writer, a better friend, a better son or brother. Um, I, yeah, just so journaling, like I said, is a way for me to be a better person. I think everyone is trying to be the best they can be, and I definitely suggest trying out journaling. Try it out for a week or so. Write down how you're feeling throughout the day, and just use that time to reflect on how you feel. I've I'm pretty sure that if you do this, you'll find yourself in a better mindset and a better person overall.
All right, William the writer here. Post edit. That's why I got a different get up here. The reason I'm making this clip because there's a little bit of a mix up with the last clip I was wanted to put in here, but I'll just do it now. So between my journaling posts, I had about an hour before I was set to be a guest on my friend's Allie's new podcast she's coming out, which is called "I'm Gay and I Drink Water." Uh, Basically what happened is she had posted on her story that who wants to be a guest on this her new podcast, and I just replied, I don't fit any of that criteria whatsoever, but I'm down to listen. She was like, you know what, hey, here's a application, let me just here, you could just fill it out. So I did, and then yeah, and she liked what I want to talk about, and so that's pretty much it. It was a great hour talking, and then yeah, I'll make sure to put both her Instagram and her podcast Instagram in the description box. But yeah, that's why I'm here. Sorry for that interruption. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. All right, just got done with my podcast with Allie. Had some technical difficulties at first, which is totally fine. I was kind of expecting that to happen. I did try to come on earlier, but unfortunately I was on the wrong one. Yeah, so like I said, I was on the wrong kind of some technical difficulties. End up doing my side of the Zoom podcast on my phone, which is totally fine. It's great having Allie be on Allie's podcast. This was my first time actually talking to her like person to person. Usually we just exchange messages, but great talking to her. We talked about mental health, and I felt like I was rambling on forever, but we flowed great. Allie was a wonderful host, and then hopefully that when episode will come out, maybe next month of this recording. So when I hear the episode's coming out, I'll let you guys know. All right, now I gotta go to the dealership. Gotta pick up some clips for my car. Gotta get something fixed on my car. All right, so I got the parts that I needed. There's just 3 yellow clips, 1 blue clip for my windshield molding for my 2010 Honda Civic. I had to go to 2 different dealerships just because one had the yellow clips, the other had blue clips, and yeah, I was able to install the windshield molding for my car. I didn't record it or anything just because I'm not a mechanic or anything. I'm nowhere near a handyman. But last time I did it was a few weeks ago. I did the passenger side that time, and it took me about 4 hours. And that's including the 1 hour trip to and there, round trip for me to get the clip or anything. But this one only took like maybe 10 minutes or something. So obviously the second time was a lot easier. I knew how to install the clips. I knew what to do. The only trouble was for me to like make sure the windshield molding was on correctly. But yeah, definitely got that done. It was like 2 months overdue. But I'm just glad I got it done. More happy that it was easier this time around. So definitely it kind of shows you and for writers here related to writing, just the first time you do something, like for the first draft, just do it. Don't worry about perfection or anything. It probably is a lot longer than it needs to be, but just do it, and then the second time around will be a lot easier. I'm gonna write right now. Don't know if I'm gonna do some like character building or world building, or write some sort of scene. Who knows? Right now, just because of the illness I had this past week, I'm just taking whatever the muses get to me, whether it's writing my story, character building, world building, whatever it is. I'm just gonna enjoy what comes to mind right now. So today I decided to work on the character development of two of my characters. They're both main characters who play a huge role in my story. I really like to develop my characters because I think as a person, everybody has their own internal struggle. Even though there's external things happening, the internal struggle kind of dictates what the character is doing. Uh, their values, their morals are going to be tested. As in real life, I feel like everybody's morals and values is going to be tested, and it all like depends on your upbringing, whether you're rich, poor, what your political values are, what your um, religious values are. That's going to be all affected by it. That's going to be affected and tested by the external events, and it just example of what's going on right now, and just going on right now or back in history, you can see how people are struggling with their values as stuff is going on, and then that conflict between your internal values and then your external values are dictates what your behavior. You know, like are you is your character gonna be truthful? Is it gonna be lying? Is it gonna be deceitful? What motives do they have to do this thing? What causes that? Are they power hungry? Are they family honored, or are they motivated by something else? That's what I'm always was interested in. I know when I saw Game of Thrones, that was kind of something that attracted me to that series and the books. Now that I'm reading the books, is that er- everybody everybody had a motive of either getting the for Game of Thrones, sitting in the Iron Throne, for example. But the way they tried to get to the Iron Throne was affected by the social standards, or whether they're a lowborn or highborn, or if they or even if they're a man or a woman, that affects how they were gonna get that Iron Throne, and that affected their strategy and their motives. And then that's what I kind of took a step back, decided not to write the what you call it, the story and all. Decided not to write the story, and just decided to write on my decided on my character feedback, you know. And then hopefully as the story kind of progresses, I do want to work on the I do want to work on um, developing the story, how this external struggle is affecting my characters and stuff like that. And then again, this is early on in the story, so I will probably also be working on my craft, seeing how to make that comparison a lot better. Also, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more up-to-date videos. I do like showing my progress through these videos. I want to show the world what is like behind the scenes as a writer. Just so for those people who want to get started in writing, just to see the different types of writing styles, writing processes. And then if you have any suggestions or anything, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be sure to check it out. Until next time, catch you later, everybody. Bye. Peace.